Hey bitches, it's Nick Snyder and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video I am going to discuss Ryland Adams breaking his silence on the drama with Trisha Paytas as well as Trisha responding on TikTok. If you have not already seen my previous video of Nikita Dragun allegedly selling mold in her new setting spray, I am going to place a card in the upper right hand corner as well as a link down in the description. If this is your first time on my channel, hello, welcome, how are you doing? If you could please hit the subscribe button down below, I would greatly appreciate it. And if you are someone who has been here for a day, a week, a month, or a year, welcome back, because make sure you have all of your notifications set to on by clicking the bell icon somewhere on the screen. Please know that everything I speak on in my videos is my own personal opinion, and opinions are not facts. And please do not send hate to anyone or any brand that I speak on in my videos, because that is not what these are meant for. They're meant to throw a little shade, spill a little tea, and have a messy time here on the internet. Ryland Adams opened his podcast today with addressing the Trisha Paytas drama that is going on between himself, Shane Dawson, Trisha, and of course Jeffree Star. And I do not think that it is exactly going the way that Ryland Adams thought it would go, because a lot of people are looking at it as, you guys are just worried about your image right now. You're actually brushing everything that Jeffree allegedly did under the rug, and you're just more concerned with the way the public is perceiving you. And I can tell you, it's probably not going the way that he thought it was going to go, because he has now shut off the comments as well as shut off the likes to dislikes ratio. When this drama first popped off, Trisha let it be known all over the internet that she actually has gone to Shane Dawson and Ryland Adams in the past and addressed how Jeffree Star was making her feel, the mean things that Jeffree Star was allegedly doing to her, and she said that they basically tried to brush under the rug, like, oh, come over, let's get food, let's forget this ever happened. But in the podcast with Ryland, he is saying basically that Trisha never came to them and he's not a mind reader, and he actually wishes that she would have come to him more and let him know exactly what was going on and exactly how she felt.
Trish is mad at us right now, and I guess the only I'm confused. I was taken back a little bit, and I understand, like, she's had drama with Jeffree and Hair by Jay, who has Hair by Jay obviously said horrific things that I don't stand by, I don't support. Obviously, I support Trisha over Hair by Jay. Like, I've never followed this man. I don't know this man. I've met him once in passing.
Yeah.
And the fact that I'm so heavily involved with this really does break my heart, because I love Trisha so much.
Yeah.
I consider her one of my closest friends. We see her more than I see really anyone besides you, because you come over weekly for this podcast. And I guess at the end of the day, I truly wish she would have come to me as a friend if she was hurting like the way that she is, and talked it out with me. And I wish that it wouldn't have played out on the internet like this. I just am really honestly confused, because I see her all of the time. And even after the last time Jeffree was physically on this podcast, I was at her house and we had a wonderful, loving time. And I understand maybe it's hard for her to express her actual feelings towards Jeffree to us, or the gravity in which she's feeling feelings towards Jeffree when she knows we're specifically friendly with Jeffree. So maybe it's hard for her to, like, ask me to cut him off. But at the same time, I can't read someone's mind. And I feel like as an adult, I have two other adult friends that got in an altercation a year ago. And maybe it is my fault for never having asked her where she truly stands or wants me to stand. I just, I felt as though that was like their lane. I never hung out. I think one time I was with Jeffree, Shane, Trish, and myself together. Like, they were independently friends, and they're both independently my friends. And like I said, I see Trish all the time. I love her, and I wish she would have just hit me up personally so that we could have dealt with this situation. And I feel awful. I feel awful that I contributed to her feeling this way, because she's obviously scared and hurting and doesn't want to be in the position she's in, I don't believe.
Yeah.
I have this podcast, and trust me, there's nothing I would rather do than just go about business as normal and have
and handle
fun.
it privately.
Well, and just like,
Yeah.
I don't want to have drama on the internet. Trisha's friendship to me means so much more than the internet.
Yeah.
And so I'm just bummed out by it, honestly.
And after Trisha watched Ryland's podcast and heard what he had to say, she went over on her TikTok and made 9 different clips of her addressing the drama, what he had to say, and how she felt about it, but also said that she's not exactly sure what she should do anymore, and maybe she'll just start showing receipts. Here are all those clips.
Okay, so I just saw Ryland's podcast, and it's like
It's really hurtful. It's really hurtful, but I just wanted to address a few things. The first being, why didn't Trish come to us about this problem that she was on? I did. Right after it happened, continuously throughout, phone calls with Shane and you on my couch, telling you about, it's not just drama. It's not drama. Like, it's full on harassment, telling me to oh, there's a balcony jump, telling me, like, throwing shit in the thing, like, just being so mean, smacking shit out of my hand. I did tell you this. It's not drama. He says he's not a mind reader. Well, you don't have to be a mind reader because I told you guys multiple times and you know this. It's just straight up, it's actually crazy. Two friends got in an altercation a year ago. I did absolutely nothing. I was so excited to go on this trip. I came back and I was traumatized. I was bawling my eyes out. I was crying. It wasn't an altercation. What did I do? Hair by Jay's like, oh, Trisha should be lucky Jeffree's not laying shit out. What did I do? I did absolutely nothing to warrant this. Then he goes on to say we could have talked this out with her. Well, guess what? When he did text, he said, let's forget about it. And he ended it with, well, I didn't want to believe what you said about Jeffree. How are we supposed to talk about it? The fact that he said I can't read someone's mind is like, I don't even know who this person is. And he's actually the fakest person. And this just proves it. It just proves it. And I knew it. When they had Jeffree up there, like, praising him, all this great stuff. Like, I knew it was fake. I knew it was for abuse. These people sold their soul to the devil. It is scary. It's scary. And you know what? I'm not upset with you guys. You kept saying, I don't know why she's upset with us. You're mad. I'm not upset. I'm not angry. I'm, like, so disappointed. 12 years of friendship with Shane. And however many years, 2 or 3 years friendship with you. And you just, like, being there, sitting on my couch, like, all this time. And guess what? Another thing about your friend Jeffree, his so-called being there for you guys during all this trauma. Well, here, I think you know who this is from. A breakdown of when Shane was bawling his eyes out, Jeffree rolling his eyes like, oh, it's Shane again. Maybe it's hard for her to express her feelings about Jeffree. F you, Ryland. F you. You are a POS. You are a POS because you know exactly how I felt this entire year. And this is why I blocked both him and Shane. They are so manipulating, gaslighting. They're so cruel. It's insane. And Ryland is so fake. And let me tell you why. Because he's like, yeah, Jeffree's always been kind of like not that great to me. He kind of ignores me. And he's not nice to Morgan. And this, that, and the other. Shane also saying to me last year during all this trauma is like, oh, maybe Jeffree's like this villain. Like, I'm scared. What do we do? Like, how do we distance ourselves from him? There was no drama. I said I was never going to expose Jeffree because you guys were still like in business with him and stuff like that. There was no drama. It's straight up the bullying, being mean, being nasty, like, but like traumatized. It's more than just me having an issue with somebody. This was like a personal, private matter that I confided in you guys in. And now you're turning this around and be like, I wish she would have talked. Oh, maybe she doesn't know how to express herself when it comes to Jeffree. There is no mending this friendship or relationship. You guys made a deal with the devil and I want nothing to do with that evil energy. It's nasty and it's disgusting and I repudiate. You want some internet drama, Ryland? You want drama because that was traumatizing. That is that I'm still dealing with. This is why I bring it up. It's why it keeps going through my head. It's why I keep talking about it with you guys all the time about the Jeffree situation. Let's talk about internet drama. Okay, yeah, you don't, oh, Trisha talked to me about the podcast and I'm wanting to take it down. Like, I've told it to Shane 3 times and he glazed over it. The fact that you guys are praising this evil, this monster, and I should have known this was evil. Here's some internet drama for you. When Shane asked me to take down videos that we did with Trevor Moran of him like singing in Shane's apartment or whatever during his whole scandal, I took it down. Why? Because I don't know, Shane is like a friend and if he says something's uncomfortable, I do take it down. Anything. He's asked me to take down so many videos. You know how many videos I asked Shane to take down on me? 0. I don't know what Jeffree has over you and Shane. I don't know what dark shit you guys do, what devil magic you guys are doing, but it's dark and I want no part of it. And your podcast just showed how cold and evil you have become, how there's no soul behind those eyes. I hope it was worth it. And what sucks is this was all started by that Hair by Jay video that like triggered me so hardcore. And what sucks the most is that Ryland and Shane know this is exactly the words that were coming out of Jeffree's own mouth on that trip. They know this. But now everyone, including Jeffree, is shifting the blame solely to Jay because he was dumb enough to come out with it publicly. Jeffree himself said, I've already apologized to Trish for it. Confirming that this stuff is true. Like, I know people dislike me and stuff like that. And my own friend Shane of 12 years doesn't even believe me. But I just feel like if more people speak the truth that aren't on Jeffree's payroll, like, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. It's not internet drama. This is something that's traumatizing. Shane was being canceled for all his inappropriate jokes, and he asked me to delete an innocent video of us with Trevor Moran when he was 15 years old, and I didn't think twice about it, but now I'm starting to think twice about it. Is that also just internet drama? Like, I just don't know what else to do with this. Like, I'm so just beside myself. I'm just so beside myself. I'm really, really, really trying to let this go. I'm really trying to let this go and deal with, like, my own trauma in my head from, like, all of this even from those moments, like, because I literally didn't do anything. I didn't do anything to warrant them making fun of my skin, making fun of saying that I'm on drugs to people, like making fun of the fact that I admired Jeffree and wanted to be like him and stuff like that. Like I did nothing to warrant this. I know I can be a shitty person at times online. Like I know people don't like me for various reasons, but I did absolutely nothing in this private relationship except to be his friend. I didn't take any money, no jobs, nothing from Shane or Jeffree, but they're both using each other for money. It's disgusting. Money is the root of all evil. I don't know how I was like so blind to all this. I don't know how I was so blind and so stupid. And I hope more people wake up. I hope more people will speak the truth. And Ryland just straight up lying. It makes me physically sick. Like I don't know, how do you can't even go against that. Like, so like I just don't know what to do anymore than like show screenshots. I guess Shane and Jeffree, they'll do everything through voice memos, so like the voice things will delete. I guess you can save them. I don't know how, I never really did, but they've always been paranoid about people screenshotting and stuff like that. But I can show my screenshots and you'll just see it looks like I'm talking to myself because like the voice memos disappear or whatever. But I told them in group chats. I told Shane privately. Like, me and Jeffree have conversations specifically detailing all the stuff that happened on that trip and him like apologizing and stuff like that. Like, there's text messages. I don't know why Ryland is confused, why he's saying Trisha didn't come to us personally. I had no idea. Maybe she didn't express herself well enough about Jeffree. I have the text. I hate showing like screenshots like that. I think that's like such an invasion of privacy, but I don't know what else to do. Like, because it's just, I'm dealing with just liars, like just straight up lying about people that I really thought would have my back just a little bit more. Stay friends with the devil, but just have my back maybe just a little bit more. Give me a little bit of credit.
After watching the clip from Ryland Adams' podcast, as well as all the TikToks from Trisha Paytas, how do you feel about the way they are both handling this situation? Do you think Trisha's in the right? Do you think Ryland's in the right? Do you not care at all? Please let me know all of your thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section. And that is it for this video, you guys. I honestly do not think that this drama is going anywhere for a good long while. I originally, when all of it popped up, was thinking to myself, I don't think Trisha's going to go after Ryland as well as Shane, because that was a true friendship and she really did care about them. But now that it's being spoken about by almost every single side, I think that Trisha is going to start to show those receipts, the screenshots of her messages with them, even though, according to her, you will not see anything coming back from them because they do everything through voice memos. So I guess only time will tell. And with that said, I love you guys. See you in the next one.